Okay, so I made this recipe. It was good, tasting nice, but it was a failed mission. And I realized that one of the mistake I made in this recipe is the fact that I added just 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So for this quantity of flour I made, which is 3 cups of flour, you should use 3 tablespoons of baking powder. When you try it out, you can let me know in the comment section how it went. So I added butter, 100 grams of butter, 3 cups of flour. Then I added some sugar, about half cup of sugar. I added nutmeg. Then I made a well in between. Added 2 eggs, 2 big eggs. Then I went ahead with milk. I used tin milk, 3 crown milk. So I added that. Then I mixed. Then I went ahead to add water into my powder because I wanted it to be more thicker or more lighter rather. So I kept on mixing till I got a fluffy, very fluffy batter. Then I set my pan on low heat, added my groundnut oil or vegetable oil or sunflower oil, whichever one you want to use, and I let my butter sit for 10 minutes before I started frying. But I noticed my butter became flat, and I think the reason why that happened is because my baking powder is either not too the quantity of my baking powder is not right. Anyways, I am just learning how to make pastries, and I decided I was going to be sharing both my wins and my failures here. So any recipe that comes out perfect, I'm definitely going to share it here. And any recipe I fucked up, I'm still going to share it here. What's not to share? At least we are all learning together. Okay, so I went ahead and I kept on mixing. It was still too thick at this point. Then I removed some portion of this. At this point, I actually had to divide it into two, and I kept some. The other part of it, I used it to make chin chin, and I'm going to be posting the chin chin recipe. Funny thing is, the chin chin came out very nice, but the buns did not come out nice at all. The taste was yummy, it was milky, it tasted so nice, so sweet, but it is flat. That is where the issue is. So I'm going to be trying this tomorrow and I'm going to be posting this tomorrow. Then probably we will see how tomorrow on does. Then I'm going to share the exact quantity of and the exact quantity that I used that made it come out the way it did. Myself and my kids actually enjoyed this, even though it didn't come out the way we wanted, but it was tasty. We had it with tea, and that was our breakfast for the day. So enjoy the rest of the video as you see us frying this sumptuous breakfast that you can make for your children. It's not every time you make bread, it's not every time you eat bread. Bread, custard, oats, and all of that. Sometimes just take a step, a leap of faith, and do something different just the same way I did. I did not know how this was going to come out. This was not the first time I was making buns, but it failed. I've made better buns that actually worked so well, but it has been long since I made those buns, so I can literally not remember the recipe properly anymore, and that is why I'm making this mistake and I am going to try again tomorrow. So see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be sharing another upgraded recipe and I'll also show you how it came out.